It is getting heated inside the palace of Ile-Ife as Iyanifa stormed palace furiously, fiercely, and unspeakable things as she pushed the guards out of the road without answering any greeting. As she come into the palace, stepping with anger from the gods. As she approached Olori Ashely chamber or quarters with serious incantation and a curse, saying, "You try to buy the forthcoming king or the legacy or the offspring of a king in the palace of Ile-Ife. The gods are not well with you. You have created an atrocities. You have done an abomination in the palace of Ile-Ife." That was her words as she caused Olori Ashely in the palace, screaming on top of her voice, "You are not going to leave this palace with this attitude. You live with disgrace." And these were the words of Yanifa inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Kabiyesi o, Queen Naomi o, and all Ile-Ife elders gathered, begging for Olori Ashely. But Yanifa says that this is what the gods has told her. As she stumbled and as she walked out, my correct and wonderful people, it is unspeakable inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Olori Ashely has crossed the line in the palace. And the words wey Kabiyesi come start to dey tell am for inside the palace, na him still waiting. Na him go still juggle her memories and say, "I told you to leave, but you choose to stay. And you will leave the palace with disgrace. I told you at the first hand, and the gods listened to me. Yanifa has said it again, and the gods has what? Has cursed you." My correct and wonderful people, welcome back to Mystical Blog channel, where we dey give una tanda and ogbonge gist wey dey fly up and down from inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Unspeakable things are happening right now inside the palace of Ile-Ife as Iyanifa caused Olori Ashely after she tried to poison Prince Tadenikawo, because this is not something that Iyanifa had in the palace and everything, but Queen Naomi showed Iyanifa the juice or the drink that she was offering to Prince Tade inside the palace of Ile-Ife, forcing the young boy to drink. But because of the person wey dey in charge of Prince Tadenikawo, the spiritual person, as I say, wey dey in charge is the God of wisdom. And you see, the boy is enlightened by the gods. The boy is really, really carried by the gods. And what she was saying during those periods was because of everything that she did is because Kabiyesi make the palace shaking by blessing Prince Tadenikawo, in as much that Prince Tade has not been in the palace with the likes of her own son. Prince Tade has not been in the palace, but with the women that all of them have despised. But Kabiyesi choose to what? To bless the son. And the Oloris in the palace, the likes of Olori Ashely, are not really, really, really happy with it. And that is why she did all these things. But really the question we will go ask Olori Ashely and the Oloris, if Queen Naomi doesn't or did not give birth to Prince Tadenikawo, what is their stand in the palace of Ile-Ife? That was what one of the king makers in the palace of Ile-Ife asked the Oloris. They are going and they are chewing more they can bite. Yes, they are chewing more they can bite in the palace of Ile-Ife. Before we continue, my correct and wonderful people, welcome back to Mystical Blog channel once more. Thank you all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my Mystical Nations. And don't forget to drop your comments, because Yanifa has been pushed by emotions, and let's see whether it is the correct thing or it is a planned work by the what? By the elders in council to calm Ashely down, or is it just out of emotion, out of anger, Yanifa did everything because enough is enough. That is it. But don't forget to what? Like and subscribe. And don't forget to share. Drop your comments for inside the comment section so we can interact on the issues where they fly up and down from inside the palace of Ife. Because right now, inside the palace, the questions are now flying up and down. You choose to do these things to Queen Naomi. You choose to what? Hurt Queen Naomi. But you have forgotten that she is the one who gave birth to the son that secured the what? The chair, or let's say the throne for the king. She's the one who secured the throne for your so-called waiting Yeye Oluwa crown that you are dragging for. That is what the Ilefe elders were telling Olori Ashely. Yes, that is what they were telling Olori Ashely in the palace of Ilefe. But what you choose is to what? To try to poison the person who what? Who did everything for you. You are supposed to be even be thanking this thing. Your child is not really accepted in the palace. Yes, your child is not accepted yet in the palace of Ife. But what do you choose to do? You choose to what? Poison a little child. Yanifa has cost you. We don't know what the gods are going to request. But all we have to say is your disgrace is now what? Is now happening in the palace. The Ilefe women may even come to the palace, and the youth are also going to hear the atrocity you have done in the palace of Ilefe. Yes, this is what they were telling Olori Ashely. This is the words that were coming out from the what? From the mouth of the elders in council. Nobody is happy. The Lafogido elders has not spoken since the incident happened. Everybody are still what? Waiting for their own to maybe waiting for their own talk. But they have been keeping quiet inside the palace of Ife. And one of the Lafogido elders said that that this thing they are saying or they are doing in the palace is not the right thing, that this is not what they're supposed to be talking in the palace. And to show you how luxury and wicked these Lafogido elders have are in the palace of Ife, you see that they are not saying anything. Yes, they are not saying anything right inside the palace of Ife. They are not ignoring every fact. They are ignoring everything now, saying that Queen Naomi was doing too much in the palace. Yes, saying Queen Naomi did too much inside the palace. That is just it. So you see that everything they are what? They are the ones who has planned everything. Yes, they planned everything. That is just it. Since the Lafogido elders has not said anything, since the Lafogido elders are not mentioning anything in the palace about the issues, we are going to call Lady Ashely to our special meeting. This was their talk that they said in the palace of Ife. Yes, this was their talk that they were escalating inside the palace of Ife. So my correct and wonderful people, how wanna take see the matter? Yes, I wanna take see everything where they happen right now. A lot is really happening in the palace of Ife. But we will cross our fingers and watch the outcome of the course. Yes, yes, we'll cross our fingers because these women in the palace has really gone very far. Yes, that is what Yanifa was telling Olori Ashely. She has gone far inside the palace of Ife. And that is her what? The consequence she is going to what? She's going to bear. That is the consequence which she is going to bear in the palace. So my correct and wonderful make una chook una mouth for this matter. Make we see how things take the run. Yes, let's see how everything is going to work out in the palace. That is it. But my correct and wonderful people, it's unspeakable in the palace. Kabiyesi needs to look for how he go take wetin, do everything work amicably in the palace of Ile-Ife. So my correct and wonderful people, that's why I take carry the gist come as this alleged information. Take wetin, take the worker for inside their proko for online. I say make I come gist now. Then I say you don't see wetin Olori Ashely don't cause to herself. I still pity her pikin. Yes, that is just it. But all fingers are still crossed to everything that is happening. And let's just know the proper outcome of the issue, or whether Iyanifa is still going to what? Appeal to the gods and tell the god